Hi guys, Martin from JavaOcho.com. In this video we're going to look at configuring a JavaFX project to work with Maven inside the Eclipse IDE environment. So let's start off by creating a new JavaFX project. JavaFX, so just a shell of a project, very simple. Let's call it JavaFX Maven. And we're going to be using the JDK8. The latest build 40. Okay, so now we have a very simple JavaFX project as one main class that creates a window of 400 by 400 pixels and shows it to our user. So not very exciting, but as a start. It's not a demonstration of JavaFX, this is more how to configure Maven. So let's start by right-clicking on the project package, and we're going to convert to a Maven project, whatever, and finish. Just accept the defaults. That's fine to begin with. And now it's created a POM, and it is created. Okay, so it's adding a little bit of extra configuration because Maven expects the source to be in the folder source main resources, source main Java, and the resources to be in source main resources folder structure. However, our key here, we just have a source folder. So let's just sort that out straight away and make it a standard Java project for to be nice and clean. Let's remove. So right click on your source package and take it off the build path, because it's easier to work with down here. Now I can new, right click on the source folder, new folder, source main Java. So we're going to create a folder called source main Java, and we're going to create another one called source main resources, and then we're going to take our Java code and stick it in the Java folder, and the application resources, CSS, images, all that stuff, and stick it in the resources. And we don't need this application folder anymore. However, I would, no, it's okay, let's just add, we're going to add the Java and the resources individually to the build path. So we're going to go build path, use our source folder, so we go source, main, resources, right click, build path, use as source folder. Now, what's Java? Eclipse is complaining that, of course, we have no package name. Let's refactor this class and move it. Can we do this? Can we create a package? Yes, we can. Create package com dot your company. Let's see if that's solved our problem. There you go. So we now have a standard Maven project structure. We have source main Java, source main resources, and a very basic POM is using JDK8 as a source and target. So let's run this as a Maven install. What do we get? Make sure everything's working. Okay, so refresh the project and we'll look inside the Maven folder. Now this has created a jar which is correct so far, but it's not a JavaFX executable jar. So for that we need to add in the plugin into Maven. So I've actually got a nice example that I created yesterday for another project I was working on. So just copy the plugin. Right, all we've done here is added the JavaFX Maven plugin from our friends Zen Java, and we define our main class to be wherever your main class is, com, your company, com, the company. Now in theory that's the very basic to create a JavaFX runnable jar. So what do we need to do now? We need to run as, let's use one of the goals from the Maven plugin from Zen Java, and they begin with JFX and jar, for example. If I want to run it, it would be JFX run. Or if I wanted to build a native installer, native, it's that idea. So let's do a jar one. Let's start off by, let's call this JFX jar. How's that? And we're going to run, see what we get. So this is now putting together a package that will run as a JFX application. So we have a new folder, the JFX folder inside the target, and in here we have hopefully runnable jar. Open with system editor. Now, what's the problem? So that's not working. Obviously I've done something wrong. I'm going to go and kill the process here. Let's kill that Java process that's just started up. Because we haven't set up anything in our application to handle exceptions. The easiest way to find problems is to run the Maven, the JFX run command from here. So I've already typed it in earlier, I think, JFX run. So this is one of the goals from the plugin. And now we'll see in the console what's the problem. Okay, we're getting a null pointer exception. But because we have moved our resources. So so now our application CSS is not in the same folder structure as our main class, where we're calling getResource from our main class. So either we create a folder called resources, your company, or we can, let's just do that, or we could put // or something like that. So let's just new folder, let's stick some new folders in here. Actually your company, your company. Now it will have the resources has the same structure as our, move it in there, as our source. Your company, touchwood, that should solve our issue. So I'm going to do another run, run it from up here. JFX run, our last command. Hey, and that solved the problem. Okay, now what else do we want to do? Now we might want to create a Java, a native installer for, let's say I'm on the Windows platform, so I might want to create a native installer, and it's as simple as JFX native is the command. Yeah. Well, let's just make sure I set one up when I think. Like I said, it's JFX native. Okay. And that's going to build a native installer. It takes a little while. I'll probably pause the video. No, it won't. It's right. Couple of caveats here. First of all, some of the goals, the Maven goals for the JavaFX plugin require you to put your organization name in the form. Read the documentation somewhere here. It says that. Can't remember where. Anyway, so we're going to add the organization name and organization. And you'll see why in a minute. This Control V. Okay, let's try again. One is native, right? JFX native. That's one. Right, that's that built. Let's have a look what we get inside the target folder. We get a JFX, and this was our previous, the JavaFX jar. That's great. Executable jar, and here we have our installer. So let's run an installer. Just double click install and see what happens. So I'm running on Windows, as you can see. And there we have it, that's the application. Tune in for the next video, thanks so much.